It's easy to get stuck reaching for the same familiar fruits and vegetables, even when you know a colorful variety is key. Balance of Nature's fruits and veggie supplements don't replace fruits and vegetables, but it makes it easy to add more variety to what you already eat. With 31 ingredients that are whole fruits and vegetables, switching it up is easy because we've already taken care of the hard part. Go to balanceofnature.com and get a free fiber and spice supplement, plus 35% off your first set as a new preferred customer by using discount code POD.
This episode is brought to you by Ulta Beauty. Holiday cheer is here, and Ulta Beauty has gifts for everyone on your list. Treat them to fan-favorite gift sets from Charlotte Tilbury and Peach and Lily. Go all out with timeless fragrances from YSL, Ariana Grande, and Carolina Herrera. And you can never go wrong with an Ulta Beauty gift card. Head to Ulta Beauty for gifts that make the holidays brighter and even more beautiful. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
The following is a Red Apple Podcast Network presentation.
They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poet's part. Bright light, city life, I gotta make it.
Welcome to Dominic Carter's podcast. This is Dominic Carter's City Hall. Now, here's Dominic Carter.
Red Apple Podcast Talk Radio 77 WABC. Catch me, Dominic Carter, live weekdays at 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern, and again live weeknights midnight to 1 a.m. Plus, don't miss the Sunday night live edition from 11 p.m. until 1 a.m. The New York City race for mayor. This just isn't about one candidate winning and another one losing. For the first time in a very long time, this race is truly and seriously about the direction of New York City, the direction a socialist, Zoran Mamdani, could take us. And make no mistake, his direction will drive this city straight over the cliff. On the first day of early voting, turnout was massive, nearly 5 times higher than the start of early voting the last time around. What does that tell us? For one, New Yorkers are engaged, fired up, paying attention. But here's the thing, that energy could cut either way. It could mean a big surge for Mamdani, just like we saw in the primary, or it could mean a movement to stop Mamdani at all cost, a high turnout wave for Andrew Cuomo. This is my podcast. Let's go. High turnout on the first day of early voting. Does it tilt towards Cuomo, Mamdani, or perhaps Curtis Sliwa? No one can answer that question until we officially have the results, the returns. Either way, the message is clear. Voters are awake, alert, and ready to decide the future, not just of City Hall, but of what kind of city New York becomes next. The final general election debate was the liveliest by far. The Republican candidate in the race, Curtis Sliwa, brought plenty of energy.
It's us versus Cuomo. It's us versus Zoran. This is a campaign not about power. This is a campaign about you, the people. And I know many of you hardworking New Yorkers, you tell me you've been pushed aside, you've been silenced. These are the people that have all the money, all the connections. They've made their backroom deals, but we have something more important. We have you, the people. And we're not going to be silenced anymore. We're going to fight. Tonight, I want you to look at the content of my policies, to know that I've served this city for more than 50 years, the city that I love. And I'm going to share with you my vision to make New York City safer again, to make New York City more affordable again, and where everybody once again can live the American dream.
And Andrew Cuomo was finally on his A game, exposing Mamdani for the complete empty suit that he is.
I understand my friend doesn't really understand government. The governor doesn't build housing in New York City.
Not if it's you.
No, legally, there are jurisdictions. The governor doesn't pick up trash. He doesn't run the fire department. That's what the mayor does. The mayor builds housing. The state allocates funding for localities. And I allocated more funding for housing than any governor in the history of the state of New York. All right? I did things. You have never had a job. You've never accomplished anything. There's no reason to believe you have any merit or qualification for 8.5 million lives. You don't know how to run a government. You don't know how to handle an emergency. And you've literally never proposed a bill on anything that you're not talking about in your campaign. You had the worst attendance record in the assembly, and you gave yourselves the highest raise in the United States of America. You went from $110,000 to $140,000, and then you never showed up for work, and you missed 80% of the votes. Shame on you.
And Mamdani, in turn, went after Cuomo, calling Cuomo a puppet for President Trump.
We first just heard from the Republican candidate for mayor, and then we heard from Donald Trump's puppet himself, Andrew Cuomo. You could turn on TV any day of the week, and you will hear Donald Trump share that his pick for mayor is Andrew Cuomo. And he wants Andrew Cuomo to be the mayor, not because it will be good for New Yorkers, but because it will be good for him. Look, Donald Trump ran on 3 promises. He ran on creating the single largest deportation force in American history. He ran on going after his political enemies, and he ran on lowering the cost of living. If he wants to talk to me about the 3rd piece of that agenda, I will always be ready and willing. But if he wants to talk about how to pursue the 1st and 2nd piece of that agenda at the expense of New Yorkers, I will fight him every single step of the way.
Meanwhile, the 77 WABC editorial board has officially endorsed Andrew Cuomo. Our station owner-operator, Mr. John Catsimatidis, appeared on the morning show with our Sid Rosenberg discussing that. A recent major award Mr. Catsimatidis and Mrs. Catsimatidis, Margot Catsimatidis, received, and a recent private dinner at the White House with station owners Margot Catsimatidis and John Catsimatidis with President Trump.
He's the host of not one but 2 great shows on this station, 5 p.m. every weekday afternoon, Katz and Cosby, alongside Rita Cosby, 8 a.m. every Sunday morning, the Katz Round Table. Happens to be one of my best friends in the world. I love him. John Catsimatidis. John, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Sid. I'll tell you, we had a fun time the other day at the awards ceremony at the Rainbow Room.
That was great.
I love that place.
Me too.
That is one beautiful place, that Rainbow Room.
It is. We had a great time, and you were terrific. What you did, unprovoked, bringing me up on stage. It was so nice, giving me the medal that President Trump had given you the night before. And I know this, John, when you sat with Trump and talked about the mayor's race, and again, he was nice enough to unprovoked give me that medal. I know you guys also had a conversation about the economy, Trump and Catsimatidis. How did that go?
The economy, I was sitting, it was me, Margot, and Bill Ackman, who's one of the best hedge fund guys in the world. He went from a net worth of $900 million in 2019 to $12 billion right now. I mean, he's one smart guy. And we had a good time talking about the economy. And you know what the economy doesn't show yet? President Trump has brought in $17 trillion of new business into the United States. Now, that's not on the Fed balance sheet. That is no place. Those are commitments by companies that say, I want to do business in the United States because I'm going to get fair and square treatment. And the United States has been the capitalist capital of the world. And our economy is going to soar. You know, I joked around with Larry Kudlow 3, 4, 5 months ago that the Dow Jones average is going to be 50,000. I think it's going to go even higher than that over the next year or two. Right now, it's almost at 47,000. President Trump is going to make the United States of America number one again. You know what they were doing before in the previous administrations said? they move, let's say General Motors says, we're going to move the accountants at General Motors said, if you move to Mexico, you're going to save 15%. I said, the board of directors, we're going to save 15%. So the board of directors said, okay, let's move to Mexico. We lost all the jobs in Detroit. Right. Detroit became a wasteland.
Yep.
And so you know what President Trump, so everybody understands the word tariffs. You know what President Trump did? He says to companies like General Motors, well, you're going to go save 15%. I'm going to charge you 15% to bring it back in again. You understand what I just said?
Oh, yeah.
That means you want to move your company, you're not going to save anything because we're going to charge you a fee to bring it back in. So guess what? We lock in the business in the United States of America. We lock in industry. We lock in manufacturing. We lock in blue-collar jobs. That's why the Teamsters voted for Donald Trump. That's why the union people voted for Donald Trump, because he's going to penalize companies that say, we think we could do it 15% cheaper if we do it in China or if we do it in someplace else.
And that's the key here for 2026 and 2028. Anybody who argues whether or not President Trump is the greatest foreign policy man of all time doesn't know their history. He is the greatest. There's no question. But there are still some that complain that inflation, while it's much better under Trump, we're not there yet. The economy is not there yet. They're worried, John, that could hurt us in the midterms in 2026. But as you just explained, we are well on our way.
Sid, what inflation? It's down to 2.5%, 3%.
That's right.
What inflation? I mean, how did President Trump used to say it? That fella crap.
Yeah.
President Trump is a great businessman, and he's using his acumen of being a great businessman to help the United States of America. And he's put together a great team. With Lee Zeldin was there at the dinner, and Lutnick was there at the dinner. Everybody was there at the dinner.
That's awesome.
And he's using his business acumen as the president of the United States, and we haven't had a president like that in a zillion years.
And he did weigh in a couple days ago, 2 days ago to be exact, John, on the mayor's race when he said, I'd rather have a Democrat, Cuomo, than a communist, Mamdani. Of course, he is not supporting the Republican candidate in this race, Curtis Sliwa. And I had no idea, John, when you and I appeared together. That was fun, too. You and I together on Brian Kilmeade's One Nation show on Fox News Sunday night, that our comments would end up being basically what the world is talking about for the last 4 or 5 days, but it is. In today's New York Post, there's a big, beautiful color ad where the radio station has now officially endorsed one candidate for mayor. Why don't you tell the audience about that?
The editorial committee of the radio station has endorsed Andrew Cuomo for mayor as the common sense. I don't use left, I don't use right, the common sense approach. Now, when we were having the debate, me and Rita worked till, and Governor Patterson too, and Judge Weinberg, we worked till 9, 10 o'clock at night for the debate night. What the revelations came out was the fact that Mamdani, this guy that wants to be the mayor of the city of New York, during his time in assembly, you ready for this, Sid? 80% of the votes of the assembly he missed.
Missed him.
He never showed up.
That's right.
Never showed up. And you want to make this guy mayor? I mean, the guy, not only is he not qualified, he just can't do the job. Andrew Cuomo, he did say he had 11 straight years of balanced budgets. Look, he has the experience. He made mistakes. Listen, we know he made mistakes. But of the 3 people running, that he is the most experienced, He made his mistakes. He learned from his mistakes. And look, Donald Trump, he was on the beach for 4 years. And now he's become the greatest president of the United States. Look, I looked for Andrew Cuomo. He was on the beach for a few years. He will become the greatest mayor because he has to prove that he is the greatest mayor.
Our station owner, operator, John Catsimatidis, appearing on the morning show with host Sid Rosenberg. Also in this race, the mayor, Eric Adams, who dropped out, endorsed Cuomo.
We're not going backwards, folks. And so this was a grueling time. And yes, am I angry that I'm not the one taking down Zoran, the socialist and the communist? You're darn right I am. But you know what? The city means more to me than anything. And it is time for us as a family to come together. New York can't be Europe, folks. I don't know what is wrong with people. You see what's playing out in other countries because of Islamic extremism. Not Muslims. Let's not mix this up. But those Islamic extremisms that are burning churches in Nigeria, that are destroying communities in Germany, that have taken over the logical thinkings. And that's what I'm fighting for. I'm fighting for the family of New York. That's why I'm here today to endorse Andrew Cuomo to be part of this fight. And I'm going to give it my all these next few days to make sure that black and brown communities specifically who have believed there's nothing at stake in this election for them, it is.
New York City Mayor Eric Adams.
It's easy to get stuck reaching for the same familiar fruits and vegetables, even when you know a colorful variety is key. Balance of Nature's fruits and veggie supplements don't replace fruits and vegetables, but it makes it easy to add more variety to what you already eat. With 31 ingredients that are whole fruits and vegetables, switching it up is easy because we've already taken care of the hard part. Go to balanceofnature.com and get a free fiber and spice supplement, plus 35% off your first set as a new preferred customer by using discount code POD.
This National Foster Care Month, Marine Toys for Tots is providing hope to children who need it most. Staff Sergeant James Caldwell, who grew up in foster care himself, shares that while handing out gifts at a Toys for Tots distribution event, a little girl looked up at him, reached into her bag, pulled out a stuffed animal and said, "Someone needs to make sure you get a toy too." That simple gesture embodies the heart of Marine Toys for Tots, ensuring every child, including those in foster care, experiences the kindness that can transform their future. Visit toysfortots.org today.
This is Jason Momoa, and I'll be your finance professor today. Welcome to Banking Smarter 101 with Chime. Bam! First lesson, sign up for Chime and set up direct deposit. You'll be joining millions of members banking fee-free. Second lesson, get cash back on eligible purchases while building credit and a higher APY on your savings. That's how you bank smarter this season. Fa-la-la-la-la, class dismissed. Join Chime today.
Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services and a secure Chime Visa credit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. Members FDIC. Optional services and products may have fees or charges. Details at chime.com/fees-info. With a qualifying direct deposit, earn 1.5% cash back on eligible secure Chime Visa credit card purchases. On-time payment history may have a positive impact on your credit score. Results may vary. APY means annual percentage yield. Learn about credit building and more at chime.com.
How does PwC take your company to the leading edge? They bring the sharpest minds in tech to your team, so you can bring the ideas that will transform your business. They're passionate about your industry, so you can walk into any room with every advantage. And they're with you every step of the way, so you can know you're headed in the right direction. PwC builds for what's next, so you can get there now. Get started at pwc.com/us/leading edge.
And that is all the time we have, folks. Catch me, Dominic Carter, live weekdays at 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern, and again live midnight to 1 a.m. Plus, don't miss the Sunday night edition live from 11 p.m. until 1 a.m. Listen anywhere nationally or throughout the world. To do so, download the free 77 WABC app or stream the show live at WABCRadio.com, WABCRadio.com, Red Apple Podcast Talk Radio 77, WABC.
I gotta make it.
Dominic Carter Socials on Twitter at Dominic TV and Facebook and Instagram. Dominic Carter TV. Email at dominic.carter@wabcradio.com. Until the next episode, be well. And as Dominic always says, stay positive. The glass is always half full, never half empty. Dominic Carter City Hall.
It's easy to get stuck reaching for the same familiar fruits and vegetables, even when you know a colorful variety is key. Balance of Nature's fruits and veggie supplements don't replace fruits and vegetables, but it makes it easy to add more variety to what you already eat. With 31 ingredients that are whole fruits and vegetables, switching it up is easy because we've already taken care of the hard part. Go to balanceofnature.com and get a free fiber and spice supplement, plus 35% off your first set as a new preferred customer by using discount code POD.